Hello, Red here, bringing you part 3 of the Rise of the Roman Empire Hearts of Iron 4 campaign. Well, we have taken over Yugoslavia. It's now part of our country. A beautiful, beautiful country of Italy. Unfortunately though, we really do need to be focusing on getting European oil, which mainly exists in the Kingdom of Romania. Though unfortunately, they are being guaranteed by, of course, France and Britain. So, one thing we are going to have to do is hopefully not have France and Britain go and become part of this war, or start World War II and probably have to call Germany in. We are lacking supplies though. We need lots of steel, mainly for our ships, it seems. And so we will kindly ask the Germans to give us supplies. We really need oil though. So, try and get more oil from the United States. And greatly increase our production. Or not. There we go. We do have military factories, so I think we will continue building lots more guns. And so we simply just need more guns. And we will try to think of a good way to start World War II. And the Chinese United Front forms. So Mao Zedong and the People's Republic of China, that is People's Republic of China, and China have issued a joint announcement declaring that they have set aside differences and face a Japanese attack. So basically, I believe there's a new faction, which is the Chinese United Front, meaning Japan now has to fight two people on two, well, pretty much one front, but twice the amount of people. Oh. And someone just got annexed. Which now makes China fairly huge. I think Japan may have his work cut out for him, it seems. Let's see. Of course, National Spain won. No surprise there. And with the end of the Spanish Civil War, the Nationals stand victorious. I actually don't see a game now where National Spain actually does win. I mean, Republican Spain does win against National Spain. They always seem to be ahead. Research-wise though, our artillery is now almost done. Almost. There we go. And I believe now is probably a good time to start researching paratroopers, because they'll definitely come into importance once World War II starts. Of course, Germany right now is actually getting a treaty with the USSR, which is fairly weird at this point in time. But they're not going to go for the... I don't know if they're going to go for the Molotov-Ribbentrop. Perhaps they will. Regardless though, we may not be able to declare this war for Romania, it may seem. Especially if France and the UK get involved. If we could set all of our regiments to the front line for Romania, we definitely could win. But not at the moment. But it's probably a bit upset since we have produced about half of the world tension. And the Poland seek Baltic cooperation. There is no outcome for us that does not resist yet more oppression or the Polish people. Following Poland's distance from the international community between Polish politicians have been pursuing the idea of power between the seas. While the hope is to create a line stretching from the Baltic to the Black Sea, the state priority remains to reinforce the position against threatening influences from both the east and the west. To this end, Poland is seeking closer bonds with the neighbours to the Baltic. And also, we are befriending Bulgaria. Which pretty much means we go for Pact of Steel and then claims on France. Second off though, we want to get support weapons on the go. And we can get a new person. Or conscription laws. But we are a bit far from our first or next war. Which getting a military high command wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. No, it's too important. Especially when we start getting a lot more people on the go. Which pretty much means we need to go and create a new template. Because you know all those tanks we've been making? There's 1,000 tanks. Well, we need to make a new division. Basically 4 tanks. Until we lack them entirely. And it's basically going to be a bit simple. Have some support artillery, have an engineering company, and that's about it. And we'll pretty much make this the Iron Legio. And hopefully with them, we'll be able to break France. Let's see. Yep, and that makes us have enough, have enough tanks to be able to start making more. And there we go. We'll start getting tank production on the way. Because unfortunately we'll not be able to just use men for this war. We need lots of guns to be able to stand a chance. Of course, Bulgaria wants a pact. I don't really care. We do have Grand Assault done. Which means we'll go for infantry offensive since we don't have many motorized to begin with. And we need to focus on what we're going to do next. I think probably need to get more artillery and then more tanks. Speaking of which though, let's get some more production on the go. So let's go ask the Germans for an alliance. Because they'll definitely go and say yes. And with our new friends in the north, we'll see that the French are not actually aligning too many troops up on the border. Of course, imagine that line will be fairly defensive for them, and they have a good amount of troops, to be honest. But they do have a communist revolution. Which could potentially make it easy to take over France. Once we get our Pact of Steel up, we can definitely get the claims done. Of course, it'll happen when we are at war. But this wouldn't be a bad idea. Just take France now, and then it'll be easy to declare the other wars later. That actually sounds like a really good idea. So yeah, we will do that. Because France and Britain are not going to be in an alliance. It's going to make it far too easy. Oh no, never mind. UK is going to guarantee France, which is fine. Which means we will still declare this war. We do need maintenance companies. Maintenance and logistics. We do have the Pantocrator Steel done. We could go to war for Greece. Which I don't see as a bad idea. Let's go do that, and then if France and UK are too focused on guaranteeing themselves, could take Greece. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. Of course, they are going to guarantee for Greece. They'll just go guarantee everyone. I think I do also want to go and start researching, actually building lots of transport planes. Actually, no, we can place this here. Which means we need to go get some rubber. Go ask the Dutch for it. And we still need more steel, which of course the Germans will thankfully give us a lot more to use. Though, we need to make sure that well, we simply need to figure out who can actually go to war first. Because at this rate, we're probably not going to go to war against Romania. Even though it could. The Romanians have so many troops. We may just have to break the French first. Yeah, that's what we're probably going to have to do. Break the French, then break Romania. Just put this other guy in charge. So yeah, we do have 66 divisions. But unfortunately, hopefully it'll be enough to attack France, especially from a two-pronged assault. They are going. Germany is going Fanschlutz. Could mean the Germans are more than likely to go to war against Austria if they refuse. But support weapons are now researched. We can start researching better guns, but we should get computing machines up and going. Especially get research done a lot quicker. Of course, the French are heavily fortified across this land. They have a few forts too. Hopefully they'll not stop us from attacking them. But they do have a lot of divisions. Could go for the war for Greece. Does not seem like we're going to go for it though. We'll get a treaty for Germany. with Germany. And Anschluss is now done. An infantry offensive is already completed, so we'll go for an onward operation. We could go to war for Greece, could do it, but both are guaranteeing it. Which is super annoying. At the very least, we have 2 years to declare war on Greece. And hopefully the Germans are more than happy to attack France. Yep, our claim for Romania is done, but we're not going to be able to declare war. Because if I do attack Greece or Romania at the moment, then I'm going to happen to fight a war on 2 fronts, which is not exactly the greatest of ideas, sadly. Though we should be researching better tanks. One thing I do need to make sure to do is definitely set 2 or 3 divisions to protect the capital. These 4 will do. Actually, we don't even need a good general to do this. You'll be in charge of pretty much defending the homeland. Just garrison Rome. There we go. And from here, our sad war goals will simply just be sitting here. Sadly, we will not be able to declare Romania. But we will soon enough. Not to worry. Going to war for France definitely will be in our best interest. Of course, synthetic oil is now done. Definitely need to start focusing on getting that. Let's see. I also want to get maintenance companies on the go. Definitely useful to have them. But if the Czechoslovakia decides to not submit to Germany's demands, we could start World War II right now. That could be fairly useful if France decides to shift all their forces over to Germany. Which they could just. Of course, Bulgaria wants another non-aggression pact, but that's not going to happen. Especially since we want to recreate the Roman Empire, finally. But since we are waiting, we can definitely start getting a few people in charge. We don't have very good leaders, or generals. But at the very least, having extra infantry attack and defense will definitely be useful. Germany will now claim Czechoslovakia. Yeah, they took all the land. Definitely go for German military occupation. The Munich Agreement. German demands Sudeten territory. Oh. Well, first off, as we expected, Germans would like to drop a series of exchanges for technology. Its new winds are blowing for Europe, and Italy is now a step closer to reclaiming its former glory. But at a summit in Munich, Germany, Berlin, France and Italy sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudetenland crisis. Czechoslovakia was not invited to attend. An agreement was reached in which Germany annexes the Sudetenland, but not pursue any further territorial gains in Europe. Mr. Chamberlain spoke to crowds in London. For the second time, a Prime Minister has returned from Germany, bringing peace with honour. I believe it's a peace for all time. No war this year? I beg to differ. But regardless though, Poland has declared a war on Lithuania, trying to build up their own strength, I presume. But regardless though, I think I will call it a part here. So I'll see you in the next part where we perhaps go to war against France, or perhaps the UK will go to war against us at this point. I have to see you then, and goodbye.